October 24th, 2015, Saturday. The same day.
この匂い、どこかで。
Oh, what's this place? I don't recognize it. And what's this? Why is this hanging here? Looks dirty. Guess it's never been used or something? That was the first thing Shinjo thought as he ducked under the crime scene tape and went inside the third floor condo. Crime scene, eh? He knew this smell, but from where?
あ、そうだ。ニューヨークで。
New York. When he was training in America, a local colleague had taken him to a cheap steakhouse. The waiter had brought him a disgusting grilled lamb steak. The smell was a mix of rotting animal blood and burnt fat. He hadn't even taken a single bite. Is that what it smells like? And that was precisely the smell that filled the room right now. I mean, I know like animals, like certain animals that aren't like, I guess, you know, prepared in the same way as like chicken or beef, you know, and that sort of thing. Animals that don't fit that kind of like taste, I guess, would smell very differently. It would smell like very gamey, I guess. I don't know if that's what Shinjo was describing though. The source of the stench was in the middle of the room, on top of the dinner table. The forensics people must have finished their job because they already had a sheet placed over it. Now it was just waiting to be carried out to the coroner. Shinjo put his hands together for a moment in silent prayer, and then flipped up the sheet. Okay, is it another victim? I guess so. Yeah, so this random guy is kind of like just staring at Shinjo. What's his problem? Just a dead body. Come on. The second he saw it, he yanked the handkerchief out of his pocket and forced it to his mouth to stop himself from throwing up. He knew it was disrespectful to the dead, but he couldn't help it. What is that? I can't see. Like, what's this? Is the person being skewered or something? No.
ご苦労様です、新庄先輩。
He looked up and saw a younger detective talking to the forensics people. The detective lacked his usual energy. This was probably the worst case he'd ever seen. Shinjo didn't want to look bad in front of the younger kid, so he forced the handkerchief away from his mouth.
あ、ご苦労。ガイシャの身元ははっきりしたかい？
それがですね、衣服を着用していない上に遺体の損壊が激しくて、今のところ確実なのは10代から30代の女性ってことしか。
Okay, so it's a woman this time. He could see hints on the charred flesh that indicated the body had once belonged to a woman. Oh, so it's been burnt. Oh well, I mean, I guess that doesn't look good for Minami Sawa-senri. But why? I mean, why then? If she was really the killer, then why would she start burning people now? You know, that's kind of weird. Well, but the face was so burnt that there's no way to distinguish any features. And even stranger, there was what looked like a metal stick coming out of her mouth. Okay, so this is her mouth. Okay. So it really is, well, yeah, it's kind of like steak, I guess. Or whatever. Or like I don't know, what do we call it? What do you call the meat that you like put in the skewer? I guess it's just like a meat skewer. I don't know. Reminds me of Monster Hunter, actually. You know, you play that minigame to like cook some meat. Anyway. The rod came out all the way below her abdomen like a skewer used to cook a kebab. Yes.
10日ほど前でしょうか。近くの工事現場から鉄筋が盗まれたっていう届けが出てるそうです。
The detective flipped open his notepad.
鉄筋っていうとあれか。コンクリートの壁に使う？
ええ。ガイシャの口から出てるのがそれのようです。
Can we see it? I want to see it.
昔こんな映画があったな。
It was an old 80s horror flick that he'd seen with some friends in college. The movie was about a bunch of travelers who got lost in the jungle and eaten by cannibals. In one scene, someone had been cooked like this. Oh, yes. And there was one more thing. This incident reminded him of a number of others he'd seen recently. The return of the new generation madness. I don't know. I'm suspicious about this kill. Like, is it the same killer? Or is it because Minamisawa Senrei found, who she was looking for and got her revenge or something. I don't know. Or it could be, well, I don't know. It could be like a crazy third option where it's actually Minamisawa Senrei. She committed like this weird suicide where she burnt herself and stuck a rebar inside her. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Maybe not.
まさかこれもいやでも23日は
On October 23rd, the killer had spent the whole day going after Miyashiro Takaru and his friends, which meant the target had to be one of them. I feel like that's a false assumption.
新庄さん
悪い続けてくれ
And she could have been, well, this person could have been killed yesterday, right? And they just recently found her, but I don't know. Shinjo put the sheep back in the body again and made another short prayer.
ガイシャの身元は未確認と言いましたが、自分の意見としてはおそらくこの部屋の住人と見て間違いないと思います。
And I assume, well, I was thinking like what this was. This thing? I guess this is a lamp? Or like the light, for the room? Maybe this was like burnt as well? Is that why, I guess, yeah, you look at the entire table. Yeah, I guess everything was burnt, Well, not literally everything, but a good portion of it was burnt. That's why she's there as well. She got burnt alive, I assume. Everything else is intact, though. What does that say? Does that say STEINS? I don't think so. Okay, no. I was thinking like maybe it's a Steins Gate reference or something. Maybe not. Oh, she lives here, I guess.
灰田理子さんだったな
はい。
He flipped through his notebook and relayed to Shinjo what he learned from the condo's manager.
年齢18歳、独身で一人暮らし。職業は派遣のテレフォンサポートってことになってますが、派遣会社に確認を取ろうとしたところ、会社自体がもう存在していませんでした。
Weird. But also, didn't he say before they weren't able to identify the body? I guess we know now, though, since I assume she's the owner, so she's gotta be 18 then.
倒産したかあるいは水商売のためのダミー会社って可能性もあるな。
Just like that's a very specific thing to like think of, a prostitution ring.
その線については今表せてます。
で、会社が彼女だと思われる根拠は
Shinjo took out his own notebook and started to copy down the things he thought were important.
はい。契約以来、どうも本人しかこの部屋へ入った形跡がないようなんです。鑑識からの報告では、室内から出た指紋や足跡は本人とおぼしきものだけで、不自然に拭き取った跡なども見られません。もちろん、それ以外の指紋もないわけじゃないんですが、どれも古いもので、おそらく以前の住人や業者だと思われます。鑑識も今回の件からは除外できるだろうという意見です。また、玄関の靴跡も会社のものしか見当たりません。遺体発見時、玄関には2つの鍵の他に内側からチェーンロックがかかっていました。窓もしっかり施錠されていたので、本人に間違いないかと。
Shinjo felt little like he was going to faint.
じゃあ、犯人はどうやってここに入って犯行に及んだんだ
Oh, is it the classic closed room murder? It would take some serious equipment to roast a whole person. You couldn't get that in here without leaving any traces. Well, probably they use psychic powers. The younger detective must have been thinking the same thing.
これで普通の死に方をしててくれれば、自殺ってことで新庄さんの手をお借りすることもなかったんですけど。
死に方に普通も何もないだろ
う。すいません。
1階のエントランスに防犯カメラがあったよな。
ええ、部下が管理人室で録画のチェックを始めていますが、今のところは何も。
そうか。
Well, the first thing we should look for is a sumo sticker. If there's a sumo sticker, this has to be connected to the new generation madness killings. Shinjo looked at the victim and then at the forensics people. They were frowning as they talked.
あの様子だと 死亡時刻の推定もまだ無理そうだな。
はい、解剖に回してみないと何とも。火災報知器が作動していればすぐに分かったんでしょうが。
The two of them looked up at the useless devices on the ceiling.
壊されていたって？
はい。
誰に？いや、室内には彼女の指紋しかないんだったな。ということは本人か。
But why would she do that? Shinjo couldn't make any sense of it. If I had to guess, if I had to guess, like very similar to the other killings, again, what we saw from the prologue, she probably got mind controlled and did it herself or something? I don't know.
というか、新庄さん、俺、焼死の現場ってのは初めてなんですけど、こんな風に燃えるもんなんですか
？And well, maybe not mind control, but like, you know, very similar to what Takaru went through. It's all like a weird delusion, you know, and like incidentally caused their own demise, you know, in their like delusions or something.
わからん。こんなの俺だって初めてだ。
鑑識の連中がね、全員首をひねってるんです。どうやって燃えたかわからないって。ガソリンや灯油を使ったってこんな風にはならないって。
And there's no smell of gasoline anyway. The only stench was of burning meat.
俺、前にテレビで見たんですけど、やっぱいいです。
言えよ、最後まで。
怒りませんか？
内容による。
世界の心霊現象スペシャルとかいう番組だったから。
Of course.
そこで人体の発火現象ってのが。
やめろ、バカ。
Shinjo poked the younger detective's head lightly. The detective apologized, but Shinjo hadn't stopped him because it was too unbelievable to be true. He stopped him for the opposite reason. He was probably right. Which meant he didn't want rumors flying around even inside the police department.
パイロキネシスと言ったな。
Kunesato Mio, Adamura Hinai, and Miyashiro Takaru had all used the word repeatedly. It was the power to set things on fire with your mind, and they said the woman that was after Miyashiro and his friends, Misawa Senri, had it. Was this Haida Riko woman attacked by a pyrokinetic then? He came back to the same conclusion he reached earlier, but then soon shook his head.
それでも説明できないか。
Well, how'd she get the rebar used to skewer the woman inside the room, and how'd she get it skewered? Shinjo looked at the large window that dominated the room's east side. The curtain was open, and he could see the chaotic city of Shibuya outside. If the building was taller, the view would be impressive, but from this height you could see the dirty backsides of the surrounding condos and multi-purpose buildings. It was hard to call it a nice view. That probably made the rent a lot cheaper though, he thought to himself, as he began to examine the glass window. If the killer had used some kind of power to get the rebar in from the building across the street, this window would have been shattered. But there wasn't a scratch on it. You see, but that's the problem, like, you know, adding, again, this is I ranted about this already, but like, I'll say it real quick. If you add in supernatural powers, then anything could be possible, you know? They could just teleport the rebar in, they could like use pyrokinesis, they could like unlock the door, you know? They could just do anything, right? If, for example, I don't know, if they break the glass, they could use their mind powers to repair it, I don't know. That's the problem with adding superpowers. You can like, anything is possible, so like, what is possible? It's like, you know, not really all that fun to speculate if that's the answer, but I don't know yet, but there wasn't a scratch on it.
こいつは俺が一人で考えてもどうにもならないな。
He hated to say it, but he needed a specialist like Kunasato Mio, so for now he decided to focus on gathering information.
新庄さん。
Like, to be honest, you know, I mentioned before, like, I wish the main character was just normal. I wish we play Shinjo. I mean, we kind of do play Shinjo sometimes, a little bit. We kind of, like, switch perspectives and sometimes, you know? But I wish Shinjo was, like, the main protagonist, you know? I want to play Shinjo. I don't want to play as Takaru. I want to be Shinjo. He seems like a cool guy. It's like a straight like detective guy. I mean, that's usually the protagonist in any kind of like murder mystery case, you know. A light tap on his back brought him back to reality.
防犯カメラをチェックしてた部下から連絡です。会社の顔がはっきり映ってる映像を見つけました。
そうか、行こう。
When he finally got out of the room, he felt like he could breathe again. Disrespectful to the dead or not, he took a deep breath when he got outside. He went down to the first floor and looked at the video on the monitor in the manager's room.
管理人の話だと、灰田理子さんは必ずカメラから顔を背けるようにしていたそうなんですが。
Weird.
取られたくない理由でも？
渋谷地震の時に顔に火傷を負ったとかで、人に見られるのを極端に嫌ってたらしいですね。
Wait a minute. Let's see.
それで。
So another burn victim. That's kind of a big coincidence.
ただこの時は一瞬ですが偶然映ってしまったようです。
The timestamp on the screen indicated it was late at night on the 12th of October.
10月12日？それって確か。
He remembered writing that day down, so he flipped open his notebook.
ああ、そうだ。宮代君たちが初めて南沢千里に襲われたっていう夜だな。
先輩、灰田理子さん来ました。
Okay, I think I knew. Maybe I think I know who Haida Rico is. When you think about it, I mean, she says that it was mentioned she was a burn victim, and when you think about it, there's the implication she was, you know, working in a prostitution ring, which is funny. I don't know. Maybe people have fetishes, I guess. But anyway, that katawa shoujo was the thing. Well, he quickly turned his eye back to the screen. There she is. Alright, I mean, we know this. We know who that is. In the video, the door to the entrance opened and the woman came staggering inside. Perhaps her leg didn't work right, or maybe she was injured, because he could tell she was dragging it. Her hair covered her face, making it impossible to read her expression. Oh yeah, they mentioned she was 18, by the way. That also fits Minamisawa Senri's age as well, if she was still alive. Yeah, it's her, but then okay, so but then who is she? You know, it's like, is she Haida Riko, or is she Minamisawa Senri, or is she both? You know, is it either it's a completely different person who coincidentally looks like Senri, or she is Senri just under like another alias, you know, under like a different identity, like a fake identity. Anyway, but then when you think about it and who made her identity, it's kind of weird. Like, did someone forge her new identity or something? I don't know. And she's holding that rebar, and I assume, well, I mean, well, it's kind of sad, but like she killed herself. I assume. She was a victim of the new generation madness killing. She killed herself. That's what I think happened. Shinjo and the other detective gasped. Haida Riko was holding a long object in her hands, something like a staff, and using it to support herself. It looked exactly like the iron rebar that was currently skewering her body. Damn it. I'm a little disappointed, actually. I was hoping she would be like a waifu, you know? She'd be like, you know, we go up to her, we clear up the misunderstanding, and then we become friends, or something. Guess not. It was just a recording, but Shinjo found himself holding his breath nervously, as if he was watching live footage. She walked right by the security camera. It did seem like she wanted to avoid showing her face, but she must have tripped on something that was right under the camera because she staggered. When she did, her hair flew backward and could finally get a glimpse of her face. Shinjo's eyes went wide. All her features matched the description. They were identical to the composite sketch based on the description by someone who had barely survived an attack by this woman. And then, by the way, this recording was taken on the same day that she attacked Takeru and Aramura. So I guess on that same day, she just, you know, gave up and walked around, went to a construction site, stole a rebar, and went back home. Is that what she did? Well, the girl in the video was just cut. Okay. Well, I mean, we know it's kind of obvious. We just look at it. It's Minami Sawasenri. But it does, yeah. I mean, that can only mean there's gotta be like a real killer, right? It can't be Senri. I feel like that's confirmed, you know? It's gotta be someone else. Someone else is killing everyone. Senri is also a victim.
大丈夫よ、ユイ。安全になるまでずっと一緒にいてあげるから。
Now it's funny because all the other victims were using their powers to like become famous, you know, become famous or successful or whatever, but I guess Senri was just using it to burn things, you know. He wasn't very like motivated to become famous. Her motive was like revenge, I guess. Revenge for what though? I don't know. We still don't know. And maybe we'll never know because she's dead.
ほら、元気出して。
Yui nodded. She was still pale. Not only had she gone through a lot last night, but she just found out that she was a psychic. She wasn't looking good at all. What's your power? Can you burn things? I explained to her what I thought she needed to know, and then told her that no matter what, she must never be alone from now on. That's what I was thinking, by the way. Like whether or not psychics could have the same power. You know, fictionally, in a meta way, it's kind of like boring, you know, to have like the same powers for everyone. It's like, it's probably a good idea to have some variety. But, you know, maybe that could be a twist, maybe later on. Like someone has actually the same power as someone else and we've been like mistaking them for something else. Because that's what I'm thinking about Senri, you know? Like that the victim, the person that died in that apartment, I was thinking like could have been someone else, you know, that also had pyrokinesis, but I don't know. I think it's confirmed though that she died because we saw that camera footage. However, let's see. I explained to her what I thought she needed to know, and then told her that no matter what, she must never be alone from now on. It was true that the return of the new generation madness had come to a temporary halt when Mina Masawa Senri hadn't been able to kill anyone on the 23rd. Well, she killed herself. Probably. But no matter what the rest of the world said, it felt far too early to declare this whole thing over.
でもね、こんな時にこんなことを言うのは変かもしれないけど、お姉ちゃん、ちょっとだけワクワクしてるんだ。え？ユイと一緒にお風呂に入ったり寝たりするの久しぶりなんだもの。ユイったらいつの間にか大人になっちゃって、すっかりユウとのお姉ちゃんになっちゃったでしょ。たまには私の妹に戻って甘えてくれてもいいのになんて思ってたから。やだもう。
Yui smiled just a little.
ユウトはどうするって？
父さんの部屋にしばらく居候。
By the way, does Yuto have powers? You know, again, it seems like everyone has powers.
この部屋で一緒に寝ていいって言ったんだけどね。なんか恥ずかしいみたい。私は別に構わないのに。ユウはのの姉が初恋の人だから。あ、これ内緒ね。絶対ね。
Yes, incest.
それは光栄だわ。ねえねえタクル、頑張らないとユウトに私を取られちゃうわよ。
Sometimes Kurusu would say things like that just to enjoy my reaction, and totally she's like, you know, has the hots for you. It's like she's a total brocon, but I guess we're just gonna pretend that that's not a thing, I guess. Lately, I got a lot better at not reacting the way she wanted me to. I simply snorted as she puffed up her cheeks and pouted.
で、ユイの能力なんだけど、本当に自覚とかないのか？
The small smile vanished from Yui's face.
そんなの急に言われても。
自分の身の回りで特別なことが起こったりとかさ。
特別って言うとユウのことくらいかな。
どんな？
ユウが嘘ついてもすぐにわかるとか。
Well, I was just gonna say, do people have the same powers? Does she have the
それ
same
は
power?
超能力じゃないわね。
Or maybe
お
not.
姉ちゃんなら普通よ。
Or maybe that's just like a normal
私だっ
thing.
てタクルのついた嘘なんて簡単に見抜けるもの。
だからそこで僕を引き合いに出すなよ。
Well, this time, my don't react skill failed me. Kurisu chuckled and finally satisfied. Damn it. I felt annoyed for a moment and then realized that Kurisu was trying to send me a message.
なるべくユイを怖がらせないであげて。
With her like mind power. She's like sending a message directly into my mind. Do you have psychic powers too? Again, does everyone have psychic powers? That's what she seemed to be saying. Yeah, she was right. A normal girl like Yui would never be able to handle knowing there might be a serial killer after her, so Kurisu was deliberately pretending to be cheerful.
と
I realized that my tone had probably been too harsh and relaxed it.
他にはないかな。どんなことでもいいんだけど。
他に？
Yui looked down and thought for a minute.
そういえば本当に時々だけどユウの声が聞こえるような気がする。
声？
うん。例えばユウが忘れ物をして困ってたり怪我をして泣いてたり、そういう良くない声が聞こえてきて、それで急いでユウの学校へ行くと本当に怪我をしてたりするの。
なるほど。それかもしれない。
She has the, little brother danger sensor alarm or something. I wasn't a specialist, so I couldn't say for sure, but maybe you could call it a psychic sympathy between siblings. I mean, usually that happens between twins, though. I don't know. Kunasato might know more, but for whatever reason, she had it out for us, and there's no way I was telling her about Yui. I don't remember. Are Yui and Yuto, are they twins, or are they... Because, she's been saying that she's the older sister and everything, so I can only assume that they, they weren't born at the same time or anything, but I don't know.
ユウトにはそういうことはないのかしら。
大丈夫。あいつに能力はない。
I'd already checked yesterday. I showed him Yamazoi's D sword, and he hadn't shown any response at all.
なんだか私はユウの心配してるのに、ユウの方はそうでもないみたいで、ちょっと癪だけど。でもいいよね。ユウが狙われることはないんだもんね。
ああ、あいつはターゲットにされないはずだ。
When Yui heard that, she finally seemed to feel better. Kurisu softly put her hand on Yui's head and rubbed it.
本当にいい子ね、ユイは。
やだ、やめてよ。
ダメです。
Kurisu grabbed Yui before she could escape and held her tight. She looked like she was about to kiss her at any second. What are you doing?
ユイ好きよ。大好き。
FBI, open up. Flashbang out.
なんか気持ち悪い。助けてタクルに。
I couldn't help but smile.
気が済むまでやらせてやれよ、ユイ。
Just when I thought it was safe to leave Yui with Kurisu... Doot doot. Doot doot doot. How's the rhythm go again? I kinda forgot. The three of us froze to the sudden sound of a knock. It's Minami Sawa Senri, back from the grave.
ここ家の中だぞ。
The knock continued. Kurisu stood up and positioned herself between Yui and the door. If I had to guess, probably is it Shinjo? Maybe, I don't know. Probably not. Okay, probably Shinjo would like immediately tell Takaru about everything's been happening, especially because it concerns him. But he'd probably do it with a phone or something. Just call us, maybe. I don't know. I motioned for her to step back and put my hand on the doorknob. I remembered the terror I'd felt at Cafe Lax and gulped. To be honest, I was afraid, terrified. but I was the only one who could protect them right now. I mean, I don't think it's the killers. They're just some other person. Yeah, it's just okay. It's just Adamura.
は
Suddenly, I heard an easygoing voice from the other side of the door.
宮代先輩、ちょっといいっすか？それともクルス先輩となんかまずいことでもしてますか？
ってお前かよ。
あ、どうも。
どうもじゃない。紛らわしいからノックすんなよ。
そういうわけにはいきませんってば。変な場面とか見ちゃったらどうするんです？
僕とクルスで変な場面なんてないからな。で、なんか用か？
あ、はい。ちょっと宮代先輩に話があるんで、いいですかね？
僕に？
ダイニングに来てもらっても。
なあ、構わないけど。
私たちも行った方がいいかしら。
Kurusu poked her face out from behind me and asked. Adamura stuck her hands and shook them in what looked to me like a deliberate overreaction.
いえいえ、クルス先輩と橘姉はそのままラブラブしててオッケーっすよ。話って宮代先輩にだけなんで。
そう？
Adamura said her usual adios gracias to a confused Kurusu, then dragged me out of the room.
なんだよ一体。
クルス先輩にはまだちょっとな話なんで。とにかく来てください。見てほしいものが。
Does Adamura know? You know about the burnt up body? Shinjo probably told her, I guess. I followed Adamura as she hurried away from Kurusu's room.
タク、ゆいちゃんどう？
うん、もう大丈夫だと思う。落ち着いたよ。
そっか、よかったね。
Uki was in the kitchen washing dishes. She looked at us. She let out a small sigh of relief. Even if she hadn't seen her for a long time, Yui was still a friend, and she was still worried about her.
ひなちゃん、お茶飲む？うきちゃんが入れてくれたのはとっても美味しいよ。ああ、いえ、私はそろそろ家に帰ろうと思ってるんで。
I turned to look at Adamura, surprised. I thought she was staying here because there might be another attack like last night.
ひなちゃん帰っちゃうの？もっと合宿していこうよ。明日学校お休みだし。いやいや、宮代先輩のお父様にこれ以上ご迷惑をおかけするわけには。っていうか、ぶっちゃけこんなに泊まり込むと思ってなかったんで、下着の替えとかピンチでして。
そんな、別に遠慮しなくても。
おっと、ド変態め。限界を突破した下着を遠慮なく見せつけていいと？いや、むしろじっくり見せろと？一宿一般の恩義があろうと、そいつは聞けねえ要求だな。
Adamura pressed down on the hem of her skirt. Yes.
誰がそんなこと要求するか、そういう話じゃないだろ。
じゃあ何ですか？
だから事件が終わったっていう確証が得られるまで有村もここにいないか。その方が安全だろ。
ああ、なるほど。
Adamura scratched her cheek, and then she took on a more serious look.
セリ、ウキ、悪いんだけど、ちょっとだけ外してくれないかな。
She spoke pointedly to Saraka and Uki. The two of them exchanged glances for a moment, but Adamura wasn't allowing any room for discussion. They left the room.
はあ。
Once we were alone, Adamura sighed a little and took her phone out of her pocket.
宮代先輩に話っていうのは、実はそのことです。 つい今しがた新庄さんからメールが来まして、私と先輩に大至急確認してほしいことがあるって。
新庄さんから？
すごく嫌なものを送りつけられました。デリカシーがないんでしょうね。大嫌いです、あの人。
Poor guy. Adamura expanded the attached image and looked away from the phone as she handed it to me.
それ、防犯カメラの映像のコピーだそうですよ。
I could see in the video the face of a woman I would never forget.
南沢千里。
My reaction was the opposite of Adamura's. I couldn't tear my eyes away from it.
間違いないですよね。じゃあ新庄さんには先輩からそう言っといてください。私あの人とはもう話したくないから。
ああ、わかった。これどこなんだろう。
Adamura seemed annoyed.
その女のマンションとかメールには書いてありましたけど。
マンションを見つけた？じゃあ南沢千里は逮捕されたのか？
I finally managed to tear myself away from the screen and look at Adamura. She shrugged a little.
ま、似たようなものです。だから私は家に帰っても平気になりました。お世話になりました、先輩。
I mean, she's confident because they probably told her that, you know, Minamisawa Senri is dead. But like, I don't know, you're like, I think you're jumping to conclusions, Adamura. I don't think the killer was Senri. It's probably someone else that killed Senri. And Senri wasn't really the killer all along. She just happened to be, you know, very, I guess, very weird. I don't know what to call her, but you know, she was just like wandering around like a crazy person, setting fire to the sumo stickers and everything. She had a very like distinct disposition, I guess, and that's why she, I guess the game, I guess the writer in general is just setting her up, you know, to be like a red herring or whatever, to be the killer, but she's obviously not. The killer is something else. I keep saying something. I keep saying something because I don't think it's one person. I think, again, because it seems like all these are suicides, right? So it has to be something related to their powers. Maybe if they use their power too much, you know, they end up like in this weird delusion world where they kill themselves, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, Adamura is very confident. Don't you know, Adamura? Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
ウキも立花姉ももう安心していいみたいですよ。
どういうことだ？
死にました、その女。
は？
Adamura spoke without any real emotion in her voice.
死んだ？南沢千里が？
ええ。クルス先輩にはうまく伝えてください。私、そういうの苦手なんで。それじゃ、そういうことで、あとはよろしくです。
Okay, Adamura, you're totally gonna die next, probably, because you don't realize that someone else killed Senri, but alright. She grabbed the phone from my hand and quickly deleted the photo. Huh, well, there goes the evidence. I guess it's just a copy of the evidence, doesn't really matter. Then she bowed and left me alone in the dining room.
セリー、ウキ、話終わったよ。私帰るから、宮代先輩の相手してあげて。寂しがってるよ。
Adamura's totally going to die. Oh well. At least, that's what I think. This is a giant death flag on her, you know? I could hear a voice from the hallway. Could also hear Serika, Uki, Kurusu, and Yui all talking. They were probably all saying something like, "You're leaving at this hour?" But I didn't hear their conversation at all.
南沢千里が死んだ？
The serial killer who was after us was gone? October 27, 2015, Tuesday. Oh, did we like? I think we skipped a few days. I feel like it's been a few days. Ida Riko's condo was cut off from sunlight by the surrounding buildings, making the whole place feel somehow gloomy. Kumisato Mia was standing there, her eyes as cold as ever. She'd gone through all the wooden shelves and colored boxes on the walls, read every last document and receipt inside, and found nothing.
警察が持っていったものの中には本当に何もなかったんだな。
ああ、俺が全部チェックしたんだ。間違いない。
Several days had passed since the death of the woman they believed to be Minamisawa Senri. The body had long since been taken out for an autopsy. A few pieces of evidence, like the table the body had been found on, had been taken by the police, but Shinjo said the clue she was looking for wasn't among them. Yeah, where's the sumo sticker, by the way? They didn't mention a sumo sticker. That's probably what Mio was looking for.
何も出てこない。無駄足だったのか。
She'd spent 2 hours searching the room. Even she was starting to feel a little concerned, but she shook her head to drive the thoughts from her mind. Next, she pulled the magazines and comics from the shelf and began to check if anything was hidden between the pages.
No.
I mean, it kind of makes sense that, I don't know. Because I remember, I keep saying her full name. Let's just say Senri. I can remember Senri was burning a bunch of sumo stickers, right? I feel like that was part of her goals, you know, to just burn them up. And I'm thinking the reason she burned herself up was maybe, I mean, for some reason, there was a sumo sticker inside her, you know, or something, and she was like, oh, I need to burn this sumo sticker, and then she accidentally, you know, just burned herself to death or something. I don't know. I don't get the rebar though. I don't know why there's a rebar sticking out of her, but it could also just be, you know, again, a new generation madness kind of thing where, like, it doesn't matter that there's a rebar inside of her. It just, you know, it just so happened that she had a delusion that caused her to put a rebar inside of her or something. I don't know.
なんだ。
Shinjo was leaning up against the wall watching her, a frown in his face.
この部屋は完全な密室だった。彼女以外誰も出入りした痕跡がなく、凶器の鉄筋も彼女自身が持ち込んだものだ。
I mean, I doubt that's her murder weapon, unless she did kill herself with the rebar. That sounds very hard to do.
彼女はどうやって死んだんだろうな。自殺か他殺かも含めて。
私は探偵じゃない。密室犯罪のトリックなど知るか。
そういう話をしてるわけじゃない。ギガロマニアックスの死に関して君の意見を求めてるんだ。
Shinjo sounded unhappy as he turned to look at the spot where the burnt body had been found.
ギガロマニアックスはいわゆる超能力者とは違う。他人と妄想を共有することで初めて能力が発現する。
Yeah, that's also okay. I guess, you know, it's not like, you know, almighty. You can't just use your powers anywhere. I guess there has to be someone with you. I guess that's one restriction that I didn't really think of.
つまりここが誰の目も届かない閉鎖空間だったのなら、南沢千里はただの人間と同じだ。パイロキネシスなど使えるはずがない。だがここは閉鎖空間とは違う。例えば窓の外から誰かが覗いていれば妄想の共有など簡単にできる。
Okay, so even there was an incidental, like someone looking from the window.
そこまでは俺も考えたさ。
なら何を悩むことがある。ここもダメか。
Kurosato finished checking all the bookshelves and looked around the room, uncertain what to do next. There wasn't a lot of furniture or appliances. This place was rather plain. The closet and desk were the first places she'd checked, but she still hadn't found what she was looking for. It still looks, I don't know, still looks like a pretty nice place though.
ここに住んでいたのが南沢千里なら、例の委員会につながるヒントくらい出てくると思ったんだが、あるいは奴らのことだ。私より先にすでに回収済みということか。
The committee, eh? Did she mention something about the committee, by the way, before? I don't know. Oh, anyway.
くそ。だいたい事件の発生から時間が経ちすぎだ。
直後にここを調べられたら連中を出し抜けたかもしれないのに。
She looked over her shoulder and glared at Shinjo. It took effort to stop herself from bitching him out. Bitching him out. Nice.
上等だ。絶対に突き止めてやる。
Kunesato decided to search the whole room once more. All the paperwork inside the messy desk used the name Haida Riko. It was nothing but receipts and utility bills. There was no sign of a bill for a phone or internet service. She had neither, it seemed. There's no sign of her even having a landline phone.
確かに電話がどこにもないな。
She looked around the room and found the phone jack, but it was covered in dust and showed no signs of ever having been used. The only other things she found among the papers were receipts for food and drink from a convenience store. Minamisawa Senri had never cooked. Convenience store food was all she ate. It's not very healthy.
これじゃあ食費もバカにならなかったろ。
How has she paid for it all? Yeah, that's what I was wondering as well. I mean, I guess it would, again, the implication was that I guess she was just prostituting herself? The police were trying their hardest to find out, but there's no sign of a bank book or credit card in the room, and they didn't know anything about her bank account either. She probably just used cash, you know, that's the case.
金の出所は委員会じゃないのか。せめて口座番号だけでも分かれば尻尾がつかめるもの。
南沢千里は23日の深夜から24日の未明にかけて宮代くんたちの前に姿を現してる。そして焼死体となって発見されたのはその24日の夜だ。ということは彼女が死んだのはその間ということになる。
Kunasato had been so lost in thought that she even realized Shinjo was talking to her.
は？なんだ？
南沢千里が最後に目撃されてから死体が発見されるまでに20時間ほどあるって話だよ。
それだけあれば十分だろ。
ところがその20時間の間に何が起こったのか、いやそもそも南沢千里が何をしていたのか足取りが全くつかめないんだ。彼女はこのマンションにすら戻ってきていないんだよ。
何？
Kunasato's expression changed for the first time.
24日の防犯カメラに映ってないんだ。一度も。
そんなバカな話があるか。じゃあどうやってここで死んだんだ？
だからこうして途方に暮れてるんじゃないか。
映像をチェックしたやつの見落としだろう。
俺も確認したよ。見落としはない。
Shinjo closed his eyes and rubbed them. He caused himself a good bit of eye strain.
今映像を確認させてるが、どういうことかさっぱりだ。
I mean, probably, again, that we had the hallucination as Takaru. That was probably not, it was probably not Senri, you know? And what Yui saw, like, did she see Senri, you know? Did she see Senri, or did she describe someone who looked like Senri that came by the clinic? It could also just be that, you know, all our testimonies were actually false, you know? We've just been seeing things that resemble Senri, or is a delusion, but it wasn't actually Senri, you know? She was just here this entire time, burning to death or something, you know? Is what I'm thinking.
わかった。少し考えてみよ
う。助かる。
He covered his face with his left hand, exhausted.
それも含めて、私はもう少しこの部屋を調査させてもらう。あんたは南沢千里がいつどうやってハイダリコという偽の身元を手に入れたのか情報を入手してくれないか。もしかするとそれにも委員会が絡んでいるかもしれない。
Again, did she mention who the committee was? Did she explain that? I don't remember. It's been a while, so.
それはもうやってる。
あと この件の警察発表はいつになる予定だ？
まだ決まってない。いろいろ揉めてるらしい。
Because she's kind of like name dropping, the committee or whatever. But
ニュ
anyway.
ースになればもっと南沢千里の情報が集まってくると思うんだがな。
気持ちはわかるが、そう焦るなよ。
わかる？私の何がわかると言うんだ。
She glared at him with daggers in her eyes, but Shinjo shrugged and said nothing.
さてと、ちょっと飯でも食ってくる。君はどうする？
いらない。勝手にしろ。
じゃ、そうさせてもらう。
Shinjo left without trying to invite her a second time. As he opened the door, he paused as if he remembered something.
どれだけ調べてくれても構わないが、マンションの管理人が君を疑ってる。本当に警察の関係者かって。所轄に問い合わせでもされたら厄介だから気をつけろよ。
一応気には留めておく。
一応じゃ困る。怒られるのは俺だ。
And then he laughed, but there was no humor in his voice because probably Mio doesn't care that he gets in trouble. She's so antisocial, I guess. That's her gimmick. What kind of noise is she making?